But Advocate Paul Hoffman, you're also omitting something, because this matter has been turned into a black and white matter. So the initiator of this investigator, as you can see, is a white, blonde man. Is he blonde? A blue-eyed blonde man. So that's him, Advocate Paul Hoffman. It wasn't initiated by a black person. He approached the government of South Africa and said, there's money that was stolen on the eve of democracy. And it was siphoned to various places, and I can help get that money. Of the 26 billion, the money was not just the ABSA lifeboat, it was several lifeboats that amounted to about 26 billion. Anyway, to cut the long story short, then he convinced us that we could do it. But also he said at the time that we have to only look at government's action at the time of receiving the reports there, which is, we're not investigating what happened to the lifeboat. Was the money stolen? Was the money borrowed? We're just only investigating that when a report was given to this government after the Power Protector came into existence, this is post-1998, was it processed properly, or was there maladministration in processing that report? And if there was maladministration, was harm occasioned to the nation? So we then, on the basis of that, I investigated, did a preliminary first, interviewed the Minister of Finance, and interviewed the Reserve Bank, and then eventually I've interviewed virtually everyone: Chris Stolz, former Reserve Bank Governor, President Thabo Mbeki, Frank Chikane, and former Minister of Finance, Trevor Manuel, current Minister of Finance, and Mr. Billy Masetla, and ultimately Michael Oatley in London was also interviewed. Regarding, do I regard it as a lifeboat or as a gift? Already Dennis Davis, Judge Davis answered that question about this transaction having been a wrong transaction. So that was not really an issue. For us was the money payable, and was the money paid, and we didn't have to go into whether it was a wrong deal or right deal. We went into the agreement itself, whether the agreement said the money was payable, and if the agreement said the money was payable, was it paid? And what findings did we arrive at, I can't say at this stage. Secondly, we had to answer the question of legally, is the money now recoverable? We firstly had to look at the behavior of government on receiving the Davis report and receiving the Heath report to say, was there wrongdoing in how those reports we dealt with? And based on that, then we arrived at the conclusion that I arrived at. When I left, we had concluded a provisional report. It was really just an administrative error that prevented me from signing that report. Another question I'm not going to answer is the alleged current report the same as mine? History will just tell the truth about what I concluded and what is now on the table.